Hey everybody, welcome to the show, Sunday Brunch, 21st episode today. Great week for the WNBA in the Wubble, but first, let me introduce my guest for today. Let's take a look inside at Alisa Scott, who was born and raised in Mississippi, went to Warren Central High School and was named Miss Mississippi Basketball. Later, Alisa became a student athlete and continued her studies at Ole Miss, in addition to playing USA basketball. Now we're going into the future a little bit. Alisa, as an assistant coach at Old Dominion University and under the tutoring of Wendy Larry, she was instrumental in ODU reaching the NCAA Finals in 1997. On July 3rd, 1998, she went on to 7 seasons as an assistant coach with the Houston Comets. Her appointment to the Comets staff reunited her with Van Chancellor, who she previously coached under and played for at the University of Mississippi. They won 3 championships together, 1998, 1999, and in 2000. It gets better. Included in her role with the Comets, Scott worked with the team's post players, including, everybody knows, 2004 All WNBA first team member Tina Thompson. Also under her tutelage, center Michelle Snow. She earned WNBA Most Improved Player under Scott's tutelage. In addition to 3 titles with the Comets, Scott also served as an assistant coach for the WNBA Conference All-Star team on 3 occasions, 1999, 2000, and 2001. But wait, I tell you, I got this rolling in the back here right now. 1990, just check out that footage back there a little bit. Scotty, welcome to the show. Sunday Brunch, where we mainly discuss basketball but love other sports. Today we have an all-star cast of ballers, which makes for a great show. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it, man. What a great way to see some memories that just mean so much, so much.
Yeah,
So thanks
absolutely.
for having me.
Oh yeah, great, great. I mean, you guys were a bear to deal with, and we could go on and on about that. 1999, 2000, 2001. You guys were just 3-time championship and just a fantastic dynasty over there. And I always was like, gotta get Scotty on the show, gotta get Donut on the show, gotta get her over here. Just to talk basketball. We always talk basketball. Haven't seen you in a year. COVID has kept us apart. And
Yep.
so, but we'll definitely get back to seeing each other. Scotty, give us a glimpse into where you are now and what you're doing.
Right now, what I've been doing for the last 5 years is I've been in security. I work for Allied Universal, which is the biggest security company in all of North America. Um, and I work for Amazon. So
Uh-huh.
I'm the account manager over all of the security at an Amazon that's in Smyrna, Georgia, but I do in Atlanta. And so that's what I've been doing and really focusing hard with. Um, this pandemic is kind of taking its toll on my side, which is basketball always. I'm a lifer when it comes to basketball, but as far as my individual workouts, my Alisa Scott Basketball Academy, I'm just kind of putting that on hold because I'm drenched in security. And with this pandemic, it's taken everything, every
Yeah.
moment. Um, we've been working straight through it. So that's a blessing. Been stressful, but it's a blessing to be working and
Yes.
not just existing. So
Yeah, absolutely. I gotta tell you, Scotty, you come from MISSISSIPPI. I used to do that all the time. And that area produced players like Janice Lawrence, Peggy and Jennifer Gillum, Shanna Perry, and Lisa Johnson. What's Mississippi basketball like? Let the people know.
Mississippi basketball is very competitive. Initially, when I first started and AAU basketball was starting, we had to go out of the state. So I played in New Orleans. I played for a Louisiana team named Dominoes. And that's how I got a chance to actually meet Janice Lawrence, Kim Mulkey. They were all on my team. They were older than I was, but they were on the Dominoes team. Um, but then eventually Mississippi came along and said, "Hey, we want to keep our players in Mississippi," and so it's very competitive. We all pretty much know each other, um, support each other, and that's always been good. But we have Katrina Fries. She also played Mississippi State, played
Yes.
for tons of great basketball players, and very competitive basketball in Mississippi.
I'm telling you, I mean, I ran off some powerful names, and then you came in with the president as well. I mean, there's some excellent talent that comes out of Mississippi, Mississippi State. I mean, you remember their presence a couple of years ago in the NCAA on the women's side. So it's like absolutely fantastic. But, you also played USA basketball. Who was your coach and the teammates at the time, and what type of medals did you win?
Got a couple of silver medals. Let's see who it was. Chris Weller. She was one of my coaches.
Wow.
Played in Canada, all over Canada. Um, Also, Coach Vivian Stringer, my favorite coach of all time, of
Wow.
all time, of all time. Did I say of all time? I love Coach Vivian Stringer. There are things that she taught me in, what was it, 85, uh, that I know I was told before, but the lights came on with her. Um, the first female coach that I had, because I'd always had men coaches, and they were great coaches. Lloyd Clark, um, Charlie Domino, of course, Van Chancellor. Coach Stringer could get in. I would run through a wall for her. She was just awesome. So those were my coaches. Coach Sharp from USC. I played for her, and I captained two of those USA teams. So or
Oh, that's
co-captain.
awesome. Yeah, that's good stuff. I remember playing USA basketball and getting the opportunity to be coach and stuff like that. So, it was really, really good to have that kind of opportunity to do that. And so, I mean, there's so many things that you've done, absolutely. And um, you already talked about how you're surviving COVID and, safely. And you're in Atlanta, you're in a hotbed. And so, that's a whole different flow. And you guys had a lot of different mail, lot of different news coming out of that area, and people down there without masks and different things like that. Give us a picture of like what it is and what is it like down there? Is it really like they're saying in the news, or or not?
Well, we've had, um, with me being over the security at the Amazon, we've had a lot of protests that have come up, and so we've had to uh, be alert and aware um, because of the protests.
Hmm.
Some of them are obviously uh, very good, and some get into you know rioting and a lot of fighting and things like that. So we're over that. I learn every day an update on COVID and what we have to do. Staying 6 feet apart, wearing our masks, washing our hands, and making times. We have cameras everywhere. If something's happening, we are there. This COVID is real. It's real. There's been so many people, and it's a warehouse that I work at. So there are a lot of people that come through. We're the first line of defense. Um, so we have to have safety awareness with this COVID, and it is definitely real. The emotions of the city of Atlanta, um, was something like I've never seen before. It was good for camaraderie and people coming together. And then it was also bad because of the reason that we had to come together and have that camaraderie and fight for something, stand up for something, protest what's going on in the world. It's real. I can't say it's real enough because it is. And daily is something that I do and work on and teach my guards and anybody who wants to listen to uh, that stay 6 feet from people. Stop getting into their space. Make sure you have that. That mask is so important. I never understood from the beginning why it was even a question whether people should wear masks or not, and if it would help. It has to. In my mindset. And Asia, they've been wearing masks forever prior to this pandemic, because of the smog and stuff like that. So if it was going to help that, why wouldn't it help even a little bit?
Yeah.
So the masks are very, very important. Everything is important as far as this COVID is concerned. So I keep learning every day on it. So and get updates.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. Everybody's been affected by it, but thank you for giving us that update about Atlanta and stuff. And we're gonna turn it over. Get a little happy. The games are going on. I know that I see your eyes keep shifting over there to watch the games. It was a great week for the WNBA in the bubble, and I tell you what, we got our MVP Asia Wilson. We got Candace Parker, who was the defensive player of the year. We got our Roy, our rookie of the year, and Crystal Dangerfield, and she's with the Minnesota Lynx. And then you got the MIP, and the MIP's down there with you in Atlanta, Beniza Laney, Atlanta
Yeah.
Dream. And then you got the coach of the year, 3-time coach of the year, Cheryl Reeves. However, she has Katie Smith, Planette Pearson, and Rebecca Brunson over there by her side. So, talk a little bit about that. I'll tell you. But one thing, here's a good talk point. You have Asia Wilson, and then you have Candace Parker. They could have flip-flopped. They could have been either one. All right, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, because Asia Wilson, I mean, she just played her behind off this year, deserved the MVP. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. All right, but Candace Parker, I thought that she was kind of slow coming in and turning it up, but then once she started turning it on, and she's a great off the ball anticipator and shot blocker, but she averaged 18 points and 9 rebounds. So right there, I mean, they were neck and neck, and I know how you are. I mean, you're a WNBA head, okay? So we're gonna toast it up just to them having a successful wobble. Feel what I'm
Ding
saying?
ding. Asia Wilson is a monster. We talked the other day, and I was like, man, if she gets that 3-point shot consistent, who can do anything with her? She's got the work ethic. She's had the coaching. Great coach, Dawn Staley. The sky is the limit for that young lady. And Candace is just being Candace. She was healthy. She was healthy this year. And you see what she can do when she's healthy. She may have started a little bit slow, but man, she turns it on. She's everything her team needs her to be. Has matured to be a great leader for that team. So I'm happy that good things are happening for her. Cheryl Reeves, she has just represented for assistant coaches who became head coaches. We all started out together, so I'm so proud. I'm happy for her. Support what she does. She's a good person and a good coach, and the players love her. So, and she gives back. You see all the WNBA players that are on her staff, and that's what it's about. And those young ladies will become great coaches when they go, further in their career. So, Katie Smith, that's my girl right there.
Beast.
Katie for president. I love Katie Boyd.
President.
White chocolate was amazing. You know that.
White chocolate.
So,
we call it white chocolate.
Yes, indeed.
Girl was a beast.
Yes,
I had
indeed.
to guard her all the time. Yeah. She was a
Woo!
beast. Had to guard her all the time.
That's the
You
logo,
know,
I'm
Katie,
sure.
Cheryl. You know, I could go on and on about the people that I had to be ready for. You know,
Right,
a
right.
lot of video. Had to watch a lot of video. You know, my game had to be tight on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, you know, you had to be tight as well. And you know, I hope that this is something that the young players pick up on and learn, especially on the men's side, playing both sides of the ball. But I tell you, I'd be remiss if I don't mention the ones to watch. You know, once again, down there in the A, Kennedy Carter. Oh my
Woo!
goodness.
Woo!
What? Okay, playing for the Atlanta Dream. That girl, wow. Okay, another kid that I liked. Okay, and not because Marianne Stanley coached me. I love this kid, Julie Alamond from the Fever. Talk about she's
Um,
shooting. You know, she's in Indianapolis, man, but she's shooting from Chicago. And this kid got range. She got range, and she's bottoms with that. Then
yo,
also, okay, out of LA, you know, two young bucks. Of course, Sammy Sosa, big up. Brittany Sykes out of Jersey, you know,
oh
she's
my,
playing crazy. And Tia Cooper.
love her
I mean,
energy.
these kids, I tell you, I love it. I love how they're over there, Instagram posting up, you know, having a good time with it, you know, not doing the time, you know, just really putting in the work and making this a positive event over there. And today's games that you're probably watching the semifinals, um, you got the Aces versus the Sun, and that started at 1 o'clock. And the Sun eliminated LA, Scotty. And I tell you, Dewana Bonner and Thomas are a problem.
Yeah, a problem all day, every day. Uh, Thomas is just, she's everywhere. She does everything that team needs. Uh, if she shot the three, I mean,
Yeah,
she's doing it all right now. And Bonner, my God, she's 6'4", 6'5", but she is stroking it like, she's a two guard. Good
yeah.
handles,
Stretch.
rebounds. They have such a great chemistry. Connecticut does.
Yeah,
They do. You don't have you see the two of them averaging what 50 points a game um, together, but that chemistry because they don't have someone called Candace Parker or Asia Wilson on their team. They've got a lot of great pieces that work well together, and a
yeah,
lot of times chemistry is a lot better than individual talent. And so it should be a good game. Look forward to that. WNBA is in great hands. These young cats, they're getting it done, and I'm happy to have been a part of it and see where it's growing. Um,
yeah,
I'm just sad about this pandemic that fans weren't able to get out there and cheer their teams on, but hey, they did a great job in the Wubble, a
yeah,
great job, and I'm proud of them.
yeah. Well, I think that you know, uh, the pandemic is a blessing and a curse, and I've said this on probably 20 shows. And you know, for the blessing side of it, we do have a pandemic, but would those people have come out if we didn't have the pandemic? And would the WNBA get the eyeball and the exposure that it's getting at this time if we didn't have the pandemic? And I think that the answer is probably no. We probably wouldn't have gotten the exposure. So, that's the blessing, the great blessing of this all. And they are doing a great job. And to line that game up, everybody's playing right now. But you're watching Sunday Brunch with Goody. And today, my special guest, all right, the superstar legend, all right, legendary assistant coach, three-time WNBA champion, Alisa Scott is on the show. I appreciate you being on. And for the people that are just tuning in right now, I can tell you we're talking about the WNBA. We're talking about the Wubble. We're talking about the Aces and the Sun going up against each other. We got the MVP in Asia Wilson, who averages 20 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. And then her supporting cast over there. She's got Hambley. She's got McBride. And let's not talk about, all right, let's not forget about McCartry is over there now. And so once, they got her veteran leadership over there. But the Sun, I tell you, they're coming on at the right time, Scotty. You got Dewana Bonner, Thompson playing together. We can't forget about the other New Jersey kid over there. Big out, Sammy Sosa, Essence Carson over there. All right. But I think the X factor And the way that
Thomas.
the sun come out of this is going to be January. January's got to play good.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. So,
And the point guard Thomas, she's got to shoot it, and it's got to go in.
yes,
Um, but often
absolutely,
they
I agree.
feed off each other. They feed off that energy from Thomas. She's just she's a beast. She is a beast, and I love her. So they feed energy, and I think Connecticut's going to give them, it's a good game. It's going to be a
Oh
great
yeah,
game.
absolutely. And we can't, we got to distinguish between the two because there's two Thomases over there. Alyssa Thomas right now,
Yeah,
who's putting up the most of the numbers, but you also have Jasmine Thomas over there as well,
yes,
and she's a veteran as well, and she's a great defender, so she's going to have to defend today. So, even to line up the game after that, I'm looking forward to the Lynx and the Storm. The Lynx eliminated Phoenix. Knocked off
yeah,
Tarasi and Skylar Diggs. The rookie over there, I tell you, you got that Crystal Dangerfield over there. She's making noise, and I'll be remiss if I don't mention Odyssey Sims. Between the both of them, they had 30 points. The rookie has 16. Odyssey Sims have 14. They went to work and knocked the Lynx off, 80-79. And
yeah.
Sylvia Files didn't even have a great game, but those youngins carried them. Dangerfield, Sims, But I think the X factor, you know, Lexi Brown. She used to be my little ball girl over there in San Antonio when her dad, D Brown, was
Yeah,
coaching me.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I just love watching these kids grow up, and especially when they're around us when they're growing up. Cheryl Ford was around us all the time. She came up and watched her dad, watched Carl, came up to visit Carl Malone, and she came to our practice every single day and sat there. And she's, I remember doing an interview with her a couple of years ago, and she was like, "Goody, man, I remember watching you guys and how you went at it. So you gave me an idea how I had to be when I came in." And she came in Detroit, and she
ooh,
was a beast. I mean, you guys passed
yes,
Detroit passed the torch to Detroit. And all these teams, it's unfortunate that I'm calling out, that people can't even go back and like
right.
dig out the footage because these teams are defunct. Houston Comets gone. Detroit Shock gone. Charlotte is gone.
Yep.
San Antonio gone. Utah Stars gone. We gotta do a way, get a better way to hold on to these teams, or at least hold on to the memories. I like to see people put up footage that they have. I'm gonna start putting some footage up on YouTube of old games. I got a lot of good games for Utah Stars, so people can see. If they don't know about it, they can't talk about it. But I
Right,
tell you,
right.
getting back, Seattle. What's up with Sue Bird? Is she gonna play? Brianna Stewart, Natasha Howard, Jewel Lloyd. I mean, them going against the Lynx. I mean, it sounds good on paper, but the Lynx is playing.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about the timing. It's all about the flow at the time. Um, and like you said, on paper, Seattle is just crazy good. Um, will everybody play? And I felt bad. Go back to Phoenix. I really felt bad for them because they didn't have Brittany Griner, and
Put a
Rossi
lot of
played
pressure.
such an awesome game. She gave everything. Of course, she knew she was going to give it all. Um, but they're going to be again. WNBA is in wonderful hands. When I left, I was like, man, this. I'm not sure, but that's part of you not being a part of it anymore. You're not sure, but they have practice, they have sacrifice, they have committed, um, and you see the product. So if people can see, and that's a great thing we talk about. It's a great thing about this pandemic. They can see the product because there's not a lot going on. People want entertainment. So if they can see the product, they're going to come out. And this has been a great season for
Yeah,
them this summer.
absolutely.
So hopefully people will go out and support young people every day, uh, every time there's a game, every time there's practice. So go out and support them. This is a great, great, great product that's out there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So with all of this talking and everything that we're going back and forth, who you got? I got the Aces. It's my team.
Well, I mean, that's my team. I think that I think they have enough. Um, but it depends on what happens today.
Yeah.
It just depends on what happens to pieces in Connecticut. So um, whoever comes out.
Yeah. Asia Wilson. I agree with it 100%. I think she's going to do work. I think I definitely think that she's hungry. Not to say that anybody else isn't hungry, but when you look at the players all across the board, you have those players, man, that you could see they got that hunger, they got that desire in them to win. And it's definitely, it's unfortunate Kansas Park is not going to be in, but I just kind of felt like, they kind of were slow. They weren't in sync, from the beginning of the game, and so that's what cost them, and the Sun kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and they got some young, hungry players over there with the Sun, and so that's why they're such a dangerous team to play right now. And the Lynx as well, man, they're a dangerous team to play right now. Any team that's gelling is a dangerous team to play. So like both of those teams, the Sun and the Lynx, you really don't want to see them. You like if you're the opposing team, you would have wanted to see them play each other and then eliminate each other, but that's not the way that it
Right.
is. So it's going to be, it's going to be interesting to see who comes out of this game. I can't wait to get on and check it out. I'm anticipating it this Sunday. I know that you said that you got the aces. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about that another time. But I want to say to you, love you, girl. And for anybody out there who has Sunday brunch, you're listening to it, goody. And I'm telling you, if you have Apple Podcasts, download it. If you have Anchor FM, download it. If you got Castro, download it. Google Podcasts, download it. Radio Public, download it. The list goes on and on. And if you're on YouTube, please press the subscribe button. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on all of the handles, LinkedIn included, Adrian Goodson or AGoody15.
I'm a huge fan right now. Fan of all sports. Love football. Can't wait to, who that, baby? Who that? Let's
Oh,
go
you guys
sing.
are aggravating.
Always.
You guys are aggravating.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got my little brother around the corner, and he's a who dat. Chino around the corner,
That's
he's a
what's
who
up.
dat. I gotta listen to him more of the time.
That's what's
But it's all
up.
good. Football
Yeah.
season in effect. That's why I wanted to do the show earlier today. Football is in effect. I actually shout out to Ernest Ruffin. Told him he was like, "Yo, good. You're gonna have to do something with the show, man. It's Sunday." I said, "Everything is changing anyway. People are back to school. Teaching,
Yo.
businesses back up. Everything is opened up. So be a new time, new station, new place. All good. Love everybody. Thank you for being on the show. Sunday Brunch with Adrian Goodson. Peace out."
Peace out, everybody. Sammy Sosa.